Hi! Firstly, if you click the link in the first line of the About section, it will take you to a text version of the comic which I will update. I'm not taking writing suggestions there, it's purely so that people can view the story from start to end without messing about. Last time I said I was sending my tablet away to get fixed. Well, I'm only getting around to that yesterday, so... But hey, I've got 2 new pages. First, let's read some of the suggestions. This first one is from Idridden. Come on! I'm not Peachy, motioned Fernando as he clapped his butt seductively. Private Peach took a lunging jab towards Fernando's groin. Fernando grabbed her exposed arm and dislocated it with a pelvic thrust upwards. The force of the impact thrusted Private Peach into an immobile state, flying several meters back. I hope I didn't pop any cherries, said Fernando. Cherry Boy growled ferociously in response. Some excellent non-standard combat maneuvers there. This next one comes from Susie Q. Private Peach began to shake with anticipation, an unavoidable happenstance, such like any wild creature domesticated to perform tricks with the promise of either painful or pleasurable consequences. Fernando licked his lips wryly, fully aware of his influence over her. Trivial past seems so forbidden now. He hushed towards Peach. She collapsed onto Big Plums, who was now seething with rage. He lunged forward, fingers outstretched as if to grip the entirety of Fernando's musky black mane, now sticky with secrets and the juices of a once virgin grapefruit. Some beautiful writing there. Thank you, Susie. This next one is from Hinderman 100. Fernando prepares for battle, tightening and clenching all of his muscles. He lets out the loudest moan ever perceived by the lowly gimps. As the moan lessens in decibels, Fernando is seen veiled in a thick but transparent aura of manwhorely musk. The stench alone nearly awakens the insensible Gooseman, but only nearly. That's very good. It reminds me that we do need to bring Gooseman back into it. He hasn't done enough yet. This next one is from Rondome 18. Fernando continued to viciously consume the grapefruit, blatantly ignoring Private Peach. Like a hormonally charged virgin, Peach prematurely pounced on the pompous manwhore, only to be denied at the last second. Fernando simply sidestepped Private Peach as she face-planted into the dirt and proceeded to sit atop her, still savoring the overflowing juices of the grapefruit. Some wonderful alliteration, and this next one is from Paul Linthicum. Fernando began to thrust viciously towards Peach, the soiled citrus scent emanating from groin. Did you forget Madagascar, Private Peach? The zest of the grapefruit peel is nature's greatest tranquilizer, Fernando said with American-styled bravado. No, it isn't, said Gooseman, now hovering over the hippie with scalpel and sponge in hand. Thanks, Paul, who was, in his words, drunk off my ass in a hot dog restaurant when I typed it. So here's the first of our 2 pages, and it's written by Firestorm. And I would like to say, Firestorm, you have written wonderful suggestions over the course of this comic, so I'm sorry to edit this one of yours as I have, but it was quite long, and also the sun is not out, the sky clouded over around page 10, so I changed that. I didn't let that stop me though, I very much wanted to draw the glistening grapefruit pose. The second page is by Jesse Sessions and Carlos Spicy Wienerish. There's that name again. We are now locked in combat once more. We can probably assume that Fernando's next foe is Cherry Boy, but I'm certainly open to alternative ideas. Thank you everyone for contributing. I know I tend to forgive the long ones and go with them anyway, and in the case of page 20, I created a monstrous hybrid between 2 suggestions, but please do try to keep your suggestions to 50 words or under. What happens next? Fernando countered with his own battle stance. The juice from the grapefruit glistened vigorously, even beneath the thick layer of stormy clouds. As the 2 warriors of lust gazed at one another, Peach's companions eyed them warily. Although eager to help their compatriot, they recognized an honor duel when they saw one. They would not interfere. Private Peach pounced, unleashing a shriek that could only be described as sounding like two well-oiled sea turtles rubbing against each other. In her state of rattled passion, she forgot what everyone knows, that grapefruit juice combined with manwhore sweat forms a crystalline substance even the wisest fiend cannot penetrate. Fernando's hairy chest was safe for another day. He counted with his ripe prize. To Peach, it felt like a cannonball hitting her directly between the eyes.